The Honda CR-V is one of the most sold SUVs worldwide. Why is that and how good is the new generation? Let's find out together here with Thomas and Autogefühl. Let's go. With the new front, with the bolder styling. Wow, look at that. It almost looked like a full-set SUV. This is a massive front grille and here all the way blacked out. And I love this Thomas blue color. Yeah, Thomas blue because I love these kind of very intensive blue tones. Wow, it has a lot of nuance and shades, really beautifully done. And also the integration here of the headlamps, really slim transition to the front grille. I think an awesome front design here indeed. When we take a look here at the side profile, these are your black wheels in 19-inch. I'll soon also show you how bright wheels and smaller ones look on this vehicle here. And look at that, the side profile. Wow, I can't get over how cool this color is. And the length is 4.70 meters or 185 inches. And that is 8 centimeters or 3 inches longer than the previous generation. You can see here the side profile is very clean and sleek. Dropping line is right here, dividing in light and shadow. New door handles that are really, really massive. So this creates a rugged look overall. And this vehicle also has roof rails, which are in the high gloss black contrasting color. Wow, so at its center right now, I think this is the most beautiful CR-V ever. So far the CR-V was sometimes design-wise maybe like, okay, it's nothing special. You know, it's good for the family. It has a lot of space on the inside, not too expensive. But this one now adds a whole new design dimension to the CR-V. Also here in the rear with the tail lamp signature right here. This is the Sport Touring trim. So the sporty, more sinister look, but I think it really suits the vehicle. Oh, and well, this is a case for the AFAP, the Autogefühl Fake Exhaust Police. We caught some fake exhaust here. These new massive door handles, they're very nice here. The only thing is, when they snatch back, that's always the thing that sounds weird with Hondas. I won't test door closing sound today because I cannot close the window, then it would be unfair. So here, slightly soft touch at the doors. New inserts here, this really cool with a nice structure indeed. So higher build quality here. Then this all new interior, you can see it's an all new steering wheel. Clicking sounds also from the volume buttons, right side cruise control, it's a control stitching on the inside, heated steering wheel, everything easy and straightforward to control, zoom more to instruments and infotainment. The seats here are animal skin, sadly in high spec, no alternative, but most CR-V customers will go for the base fabric or cloth seats and you can save money and even have more comfort. But from the seat ergonomics, let's take a look right here. Yeah, it's actually fairly comfortable. So here, seating position, it's actually also quite large inside, 1.89 meters or 6'2". You still have enough headroom left, so it already feels like a grown-up SUV indeed. And steering wheel up and down, in and out, a very smooth process. The whole cabin feels more upmarket now. New interior, I really love that, and it's similar like in the all-new Honda Accord. Here you have this structure here, this mesh grille inside the air vents, and even clicking sounds from the air vent control, and I love this user interface. Clicking sounds for the vent control here and for the climate unit, for the temperature unit, and it's such a relief. It's really like a metal 80s stereo in a high-class way. Wow, I love that. That is straightforward. That's how it's supposed to do. Infotainment, 7-inch or optional 9-inch, as you can see here. And this is a modern integration then, because most of the time you just do Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and that's it. But you see here the whole system has become faster, and it still has some manual hotkeys for the home button or for the back button, and also has manual volume knob right here. So I think it's actually a good mix. Also some, slighter structured materials here at the dashboard. And when we move on a little bit further down below, we have a mix of them. Here the connector, USB-A and C charger only, inductive charging pad. This is then here still a real automatic gearbox lever. Cup holders also have an adaptive function right here. And then there's this middle armrest here, which it could be a little bit better attached, but really a lot of space underneath. Instruments, ignore the warning messages. There's a static car here and it's also plugged in basically, so it doesn't lose power. Left side, just a small left side, is a digital 7-inch screen. Right side and classic analog gauge. And why not having this mix? What do you think about it? Would you have it rather all the way digital or all the way analog, or this mix? Especially if you have kids with child seats, you will love that. That has been a feature with the CR-V ever since. Look at that, 90-degree opening of the doors. That's amazing. It's so easy to get in and out of this vehicle in the rear. and also to carry maybe even heavier child seats in and out and connect them then there to the ISOFIX. The front screen in the front, by the way, has become wider for a better view, but also the legroom here has increased. So that's plenty of legroom, although it's not the longest SUV. So making good use of that space. Headroom here also works for tall people, 189 or 6'2", no problem at all. So it's really comfortable, lot of space here. And even for kids, you sit a little bit elevated here in the rear, I have to say. So then you also have good overview when you're not that tall. Here the middle part can be folded down, not adaptive inside here though. And another new feature is, by the way, that you can now change the inclination here of the rear seats. So here we go. That way it can be put backward. It's more like a sleeping position, or then, more upward like this. Let's see. It's a little bit tricky with one hand. There we go. So that's a little bit more upright. But of course, we use the handheld microphone here on the motor shows because if we would use a clip-on microphone, there would be so much like music background, people talking, and so on. It's always quite loud, and this one is giving you the best sound quality. And next to the inclination, you can also fold the seats completely, and then you can see that the lower part of the seat moves down like this, and that then makes this rather even or flatter surface. Let's take a look at the trunk or the boot here with the electric hatch in this case then. And the width is at the meter of 40 inches. Oh, someone already put me a ruler in. Yeah, it was me, sorry. So 1 meter or 40 inches in width, that's good. And the standard length here when the seats are up is like 95 in centimeters or 36 inches. And you can see I can also put this one here down from here. Yeah, there we go. So then it falls flat. And let's see the total length then to the seat as I would be driving. I have to go even longer, what? So this one is here is like 185 or 72 inches. So look at that. It's just acres of space. Also, when I think about just putting a bicycle in here, that's so easy to do. And the trunk capacity, by the way, is 39 up to 77 cubic feet. But what about the engines? Here. Gas struts here for the engine hood. That's cool. You have an updated 1.5 turbo with 190 horsepower or the 2-liter hybrid with 204 horsepower. Both front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, if you like. But we're not finished yet. This one here, different color, platinum white. There you can see how the car looks in a brighter color. And that gives also a greater contrast here to the blacked out front grille. And this vehicle is also equipped with only, nowadays you say only 18-inch wheels, and these are then the ones in bright styling, so a little bit more tire size than here, like a little more space here from tire, a little bit more dampening. It will give you also a little bit more driving comfort. Yeah, usually I'm for the bright wheels, but in this case, the CR-V has always been more like a, like subtle, drawn back family SUV, and when you then add some more sinister black wheel look to that one, I think it works pretty well. But this one works too, also if you go lower spec. And this to me also think about the CR-V, if you go low spec and really have a very decent price for that, then this is where this car really scores this exterior dimension to interior length and interior space effect. If you want to see more, for example, from the competitors, the Toyota RAV4, of course, or what about the VW Tiguan?